लगाओ कॉल।
लेकिन बल्लेबाज ने मारा बेहतरीन कट।
Be alert. Be scam safe.
You ready for the next adventure, pal?
178 for one.
It's exactly the same as RS1.
But it's better.
It's exactly the same as RS1.
But it's better.
This is your perfect world, huh?
Against Australia, Kyle Sprathwaite, but the fact that she has played so much WBBL, she knows these Australian bowlers so well. Megan Shute at the Adelaide Strikers are now up against Kim Garth. There's Shape. The Shape left Brits and has run quickly across the ground. Importance for the boundary riders today to get those angles right.
Yeah, and there's one thing that I think in the men's game, it kind of brought the standards of the associates a little closer to the traditional teams. Nimali Pereira, one of the standing umpires. Kim Cotton.
And it was Beth Mooney that just pulled out there. Looks as if there's a little bit of movement behind the bowler.
Can't have a cricket game unless you have someone walking in front of the sight screen.
The interesting thing was, it was the wicketkeeper that was pulling away. They're a friendly bunch, aren't they? I was just saying they know each other well, looking after each other. That's going to be the ultimate example of the spirit of the game. Mooney not happy. She doesn't want Laura to be put off either.
I marketed it better for her. She knew a nick was coming and she she had to have all her faculties intact to be able to catch it. She was like, no, the movement is distracting me.
Well, it's a trademark, and the trademark shot is out early for full results.
Yeah, this is state of dominance. Show of dominance from Laura Wolvart. Regardless of how much it's swinging, players behind her, couple slips. She'll execute a cover drive to perfection each and every time.
Drags the length back just a fraction. And Laura Wolvart up to acknowledging that and happy to take the single. It's this little competition early, isn't it? Because Laura Wolvart knows that Kim Garth has a wonderful away swing and a jam-packed keep her up, slip, gully, backward point. But she's going to say to Kim Garth, even if you are swinging it, if you get it too full, I'm going to be in the perfect position to find the boundary.
And with the new ball as a jeopardy as a swing bowler, much like Kim Garth is, you don't want to be defensive when the ball is swinging and then come back in the 20th over and the ball is soft and not swinging. You have to play a different role. So you accept a couple boundaries potentially with the opportunity, obviously, of getting a wicket. Beautiful swing.
Might just keep an eye on Beth Mooney here. This is the last thing that Australia need. Healy already out with a calf injury. And that's the last thing she needed as well. But she's taken it cleanly in gritted teeth. 6 for none after 2.
Bro, in this plane we can't be late.
My lucky top! No! How can I quickly make this blood stain disappear?
Dry wipe the stain with a cloth. Now use foam and wet the stain, then rub it with your fingers. Perfect. The stain is gone. Now use a hairdryer to dry it.
Time check.
Fit check.
Targeting that off stump. It hit about 2/3 of the way up and it was a thickish inside edge. It's gone for 4.
booming in swinger. Well adjusted from Rover. Just getting enough bat on it. Not quite going across it. That was smart. In the 45 angle bat. And once she got it past short square leg, it was always going to be a boundary. Indoor is lightning fast as an outfield.
Oh, it's getting better and better, and we're so early into this game. We had the cover drive, the over before. Now we've got the square drive. We know it's her go-to. Sit back and enjoy the replay here.
Half pie, half rice. Neither forward, neither back, neither drive, neither punch. Just beautiful execution all along the ground.
It's the speed of the hands through the shot there. And even that sends a message, doesn't it, Carlos? You've absolutely smoked two boundaries beautifully through the offside of both the Australian openers, and then you have solid in defence. And it's that adjustment of picking up length and what the bowlers are trying to do is one of the reasons why she's had the results that she has had so far. Slips out. Oh, she chases a wide one. It's a little under edge. Well, she preferred the other two fours, but she'll take that one.
Every little counts. Nice little under edge. You never put a fielder there. And after a couple classy shots, she'll take a little bit of luck.
Mooney takes it well. A little cutter there.
This is different from Megan Shoot. Normally an in-swing bowler. This time just running the fingers along the side of the ball to try to get that movement off the pitch, but away from the right-hander.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. 4 boundaries off the Megan Shoot over. Pressure on Australia early from Vulvat, 22 from none.
For the same top I gifted you, आज watch party में twinning करेंगे. That one.
Can Brits keep up? Carlos Brathwaite, when you come to indoor, you know it's a tough ground to bowl on, isn't it? Because it's a fast-moving ground. If you get it through the infield, this is typically what happens. So you've just got to stay calm, don't you?
Yeah, but express yourself as well. A lot of times you think fast outfield, you just need to touch it. No, you still need to get through your repertoire of shots, still time the ball, still strike the ball nicely. That's exactly what Laura Wolver has done. It's so easy to just think, let's just touch it. You get almost a false sense of security. You don't get that energy into the stroke, and you get a little tickle to the keeper, and you ruin what could have been. Laura Wolver has been dominant. Productivity drive, we've seen that to no end today alone. Leading run scorer for South Africa in ODI. She's someone who, when you think aesthetics, she's also married that with a huge set of runs over the years and been very productive.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of very good-looking net batters in my life. I'm sure you have as well. That wasn't off the middle, but just stayed with the shot. That was fast hands. That was sublime through point. Little under edge, chasing the wide one. The balance. Hands again, trusts the hands. you're a magnificent lip reader, because you lip read what Shelley Nitschke was saying about Beth Mooney and her right hand. It seems as if that was the one that was stinging a little bit, but since then she's been taking them quite well.
Yeah, and I'd love to hear BK's opinion, but it seems as though the ones that are closer, because I think as a keeper, and I'm not a keeper so don't take my word for it, you probably decide a little later when it's closer. You might get an inside edge or outside edge. But the ones that have been a little bit wider, she's almost been able to compensate a little better and get it more into the palm of the right hand as opposed to trying to ride it at the last minute. So previous over from Kim Garth, last two were painful, but ever since then she's managed quite nicely.
After the flurry of runs in the last over, 16 of them, it is Kim Garth now trying to get out of this with a maiden. And that she does. Partnership bowling working there for Australia, 22 for none.
What the same top I gifted you? आज watch party में twinning करेंगे.
That one.
Ready for the next adventure, pal?
There's another dimension. It's exactly the same as ours.
But it's better.
This is your perfect world, huh?
They've already been treated to some glorious driving by Laura Vulvart. Brits steady.
This fielder interests me because Megan Should is normally an in-swing bowler, as we've remarked. Then she also bowled the leg cutter quite well. And it's been a mixed bag, so she hasn't bowled well. She hasn't been knocked off her plan. Just wondering, as a skipper, do you ask her to go back to the original plan and get it right? Or do you adjust to what she's bowling? You always say you can't set fields for bad bowling. I think on that occasion, it's instead of giving Laura Vulvart the easy four through the offside, we give you a fielder back. But for Tasmin Brits, who hasn't got off to a flyer, she's now gone back to the more traditional fielder on the leg side as the second one back.
Yeah, mid-wicket's just come a bit straighter because they know that Brits likes to pull off length. And fine legs in play. I think what the Australians will be talking about with Brits as well, we've spoken about it, she's either been absolutely on it and hitting a 55 knot or 100, or she's been done cheaply, including a golden duck. And when you watch her, she's so eager to feel bat on ball, she gets out in front of herself. It feels as if today she's just holding that back a little bit. Weight still went through on the shot.
When we talk about partnerships, and it's so important because normally she's the one who gets off to a faster start than Laura Vulvart, and the switch has been flipped today. She's the one that's a little bit more patient, and it may actually help her because now she doesn't feel the need to go after the bowling. The runs are flowing.
It will be just that little bit of frustration, that feel, and some batters are like that. Some are more than happy to leave balls to get themselves in, to get all the information they need. Some batters just like feeling bat on ball, whether or not it's to score runs or not.
I think it's a little bit of nerves as a starter as well. That you think Laura Vulvart's technique is a little bit more repeatable. When you watch her setup, you think regardless of condition, spin or pace, she lines up so well. Tasmin Brits, on the other hand, is a little bit more moving parts. So when she gets going, when the ball is in the middle, I tell you what, she can be as destructive as anyone. But you just feel as though if she gets into a little bit of a rut, it's going to take a little bit harder for her to get out of it. And it's going to be a little bit harder to start until she gets a few out the middle.
16 runs from her previous over, 1 run from her next, 23 for none, South Africa.
ऑस्ट्रेलिया मतलब अग्रेसिव बॉलिंग और स्लेजिंग। इसीलिए टीम इंडिया के लिए स्लेज कैंसलेशन हेलमेट ट्राई करो। स्टॉप इट।
स्लेजिंग के लिए हटाओ हेलमेट, स्काई बॉल काफी है।
स्काई बॉल?
टीम इंडिया का नया स्टाइल, fearless batting, full hitting.
स्काई बॉल चलेगा, सबका बैंड बजेगा.
Watch Australia versus India, first T20I, 29th October.
It's going to be Garth to continue. It's probably the one area they would love just to make sure that they can set a base from tonight when you look at partnerships, and when opening pair come out to the middle and have a look at it, as Elisa Healy did alongside your good self today. They would have been saying, if we want to get in and find some form as an opening partnership, this might just be the pitch to do it on. Yeah, that's through. They were waiting to see if it got past the outstretched hand of Georgia Vole. It did. And another 4 to the total.
This is a nice stroke from Laura Wolver. Good control. A lot of dominance in the drives, but back foot punch. Just waiting on it a little bit later. Picking 3. The gap between 3 players, backward point and gully on that occasion. But just really nice control in that stroke.
Throws one wide, the hands are thrown at it, and yet again she goes back-to-back boundaries. When 1 comes, 2 comes. And with those 4 as well, it's a little milestone for Laura Vulvart. Not too many have done it, but 1,000 runs in the calendar year for her. Only Smriti Mandana and Laura Vulvart have done it. It's well fielded, and they need it with runs leaking in boundaries at the moment. Just to clarify that, 1,000 runs between Tasman Brits and Laura Vulvart this calendar year to join Smriti Mandana and Pratika Rao. How good were they the other night at DY Patel Stadium, Carlos?
Yeah, they started a little slow, but they always looked in control. But when they started to motor on, it was a very good watch. Left hand, right hand, elegant, different in stroke play. They complemented each other so well, much like these two do as well. And you know, I look forward to this clash. When I got my roster, I look forward to this Australia-South Africa game. And as the tournament went on, and you realise it's a quote-unquote dead rubber, and they're just like, ah. But then you hear the South African skipper say,
no such thing.
No such thing. We want to finish at the top. We've never done in a World Cup game. And yeah, the adrenaline starts to flow even more. They started as though they want to finish at the top of the group.
It'll be Perry who tidies things up on the boundary line. 9 from the over, 32 for none.
Bro, India's playing, we can't be late.
My lucky top. No! How can I quickly make this blood stain disappear?
Dry wipe the stain with a cloth. Now use foam and wet the stain, then rub it with your fingers. Perfect. The stain is gone. Now use a hairdryer to dry it.
Time check.
Fit check.
Another big clash against South Africa. So we'll want to try and get into her over here, Megan Shute, after getting taken for 16 2 overs ago. South Africa have never finished top in a Women's Cricket World Cup. They've got a wonderful opportunity to do it today against Australia, who have done it numerous times. And we'll just wait to see the result today for the final 4 placements. Smriti Mandana didn't hit runs in the first of the World Cup match against Sri Lanka, but innings on innings, she's just been getting better and better. And what an opening partnership she is forming too. First 2 overs of that match at DY Patel were maidens, and you're starting to think, what are they going to do here on this wonderful pitch? Will they turn things around very quickly? I wonder there's a few Indian fans here today as well, because they're keeping an eye on who India's going to be playing in the semi. In the air and into the hands. Had to wait. It was King with the good hands. They may go upstairs, as we have done throughout the tournament, to see it was completely clean. But Laura Vulvart has looked and is walking off.
Straighter. It's been much straighter in this over. It looks like the one that's rolled the leg cutter. I think that could explain why it felt as though it stopped on her a bit. Maybe a little bit of outward movement. We can see it a little bit better in subsequent replays. But it's a tick from Megan Shoot. Good comeback, Laura Vulvart. Good start. South Africa 32 for 1.
What the same top I gifted you, आज watch party में twinning करेंगे.
That one.
You ready for the next adventure, pal?
There's another dimension. It's exactly the same as ours, but it's better.
Former South African captain replaces the current South African captains. You know, these faces up. Oh, off the toe of the bat, between Mooney's legs and to the boundary to 4 to finish off. Now we've still got one more to go.
A leg cutter, that nutmeg. The keeper.
And she goes there again as it's squeezed out to Wareham to finish off a successful over there for Australia. South Africa 36 for 1 after 7.
How do I fix my Wi-Fi?
I can see that the red light has started to blink. Try to factory reset your Wi-Fi by long pressing the button at the back.
And it's out!
Brits on 1. Finally, she gets off 1, but only just. She's been on 1 for a while. She also hasn't faced for a while either. South Africa wanted something from this opening partnership. Only once they've had a big score, Brits and Vulvart, in this tournament. And today, Vulvart herself looked on for a big one. That's a good catch from Alana King. Just dipping on her. Australia be very happy at picking up that wicket. One for how she was going today, but also the form she's been in. BK, you've had a look at the surface. What's your thoughts on the surface?
Good afternoon, Nat. Yes, it looks like a pitch that is very similar to the one that Australia played England. And Megan Shoot has done so well for herself. Right up there with some of the best in Cricket World Cups. 3rd on the list. And today she's got the most important wicket, Laura Vulvart. Now coming back to your question about the pitch, it looks like one that will definitely aid some turn because it's dry, the top surface. And as this game progresses, it might keep slightly low. speaking to the curator and you're saying black soil pitch. So black soil pitch has a mixture of clay content, which is about 65%, and then there's sand and silt to go along with it. And the top part is pretty abrasive, as you can see on these pictures. Decent amount of grass covering through the middle. But again, good to bad on at the start.
He's getting the line wrong. Pushed away nicely. Decent timing from Sinelis. It'll only be one. There's a little bit of rain falling now. It's a good catch.
He had to take a time for a second to judge it. He went back and then came forward. How close was it? Well, these days we have a closer look at it to see if the ball by any chance touched the ground. Laura Woolfard believed that Alana King took it pretty clean, just walked away. Did be looking at the replay, you think, and thinking, should I have stood there? Just the way Australia lined up at the start, Natalie, it felt like they came in with a plan. Megan Schutt being the bowler designated to kind of keep Laura Woolfard in check. They had just the one fielder out at the start. Then obviously after a couple of boundaries, and she got a few in fact in her innings, they just had to put the deep point fielder back. But they came in with an attacking instinct and they tried to keep it on the stumps as much as possible to her.
She's very strong through the leg side, and there's acres of space out towards mid-wicket. And she'll get her first boundary of the day. 42 for 1.
Kim Garth hasn't found too much swing here. She was trying to get that ball to shake back from the middle and leg, but it just kept going straight. Sinelis isn't going to miss out on that. Or Hasman Brits wasn't going to miss out on that.
ऑस्ट्रेलिया मतलब अग्रेसिव बॉलिंग और स्लेजिंग, इसीलिए टीम इंडिया के लिए स्लेज कैंसलेशन हेलमेट ट्राई करो। स्टूपिड।
स्लेजिंग के लिए हटाओ हेलमेट, स्काई बॉल काफी है।
स्काई बॉल
टीम इंडिया का नया।
More of Megan Schutt. Very full. Keeper's been up to the stumps all the way through.
Last ball in the previous over had a lovely boundary from Tasman Brits, who hasn't had too many runs coming away today. She hit the first run and then she had to wait a long time. And this one on a pad, she put it away quite nicely. Again, Natalie, if you look at the way the field is set up here, extremely attacking. Just the one fielder out, and that's the deep fine leg. Other than that, everybody inside the inner ring. Any reason why you think they'd be doing this today?
Well, one aspect would be, of course, Megan Schutt, and the fact that she obviously swings the ball in. So they look at that and need, all right, the fielder we need from a protection point of view, obviously leg side. But this just closes it in from a batter's point of view, doesn't it? You feel like you're a bit suffocated. Elise is generally a slower starter at times. She's not one that has to get off to a quick start, especially when she's in early. Once she gets going, and as she's shown through the tournament, she can catch up. So this, I don't think it'll annoy her necessarily. Tasman Brits, on the other hand, I think she'd want to just find some sort of rhythm, but I think it's just an attacking, clever plan from Australia.
I like that shot for Australia.
I like that kind of pressure.
And if you looked at Laura Woolfard's reaction after she got out, it almost felt like she thought the ball stopped on her a little bit. But have a look at Megan Schutt's release. She almost rolls her fingers across the ball. We all know how much of an in-swing she generally tends to get, but because she rolls the fingers over, holding the ball across the seam, at times it could stop on the batter. And also it depends on where the ball pitches. Is it on the grassy side of the pitch, or is it going to be in the ball side? And here you go. Just have a look at how her fingers are across the seam of the ball, not in line with the seam, and she goes
Keep at it, Oz. Here we go.
flicks her fingers across. So she's not relying on swing today.
It is a strong scoring area for Sinelis, but not this time around. 42 for 1.
to the third umpire. क्या हरमनप्रीत का ये थ्रो मैच पलट देगा?
मिथिलेश!
How do I fix my Wi-Fi?
I can see that the red light has started to blink. Try to factory reset your Wi-Fi by long pressing the button at the back.
And it's out.
Opening pair of Megan Shute and Kim Garth with the ball. Had a decent start. There's been some boundaries for South Africa, but I feel like they've adapted quite quickly, Australia, to the surface and what it might offer. Knowing that pace on seems to be good for the batters. Pace off, better for Australia.
Much better from Kim Garth. She understands that she's getting very little swing today. Just needs to keep it on and around the fourth stump, off stump, not give too much width, nor try and go too straight, or swing it from too straight rather.
Confident appeal. It started with the keeper behind. Now, Tasman Brits takes a few steps down and has a chat with Sinelis. Do they feel it's worth reviewing this or not? Question will be possibly on height. And they feel, yeah, it's worth a look. So it goes up to our third umpire.
Well, we have a player review of LBW given out on field. It is a fair delivery. I'm looking at a split screen. Okay, next round. Okay, the ball passes close to the bat. Can I have ultra edge to confirm? Okay, next ram, next ram, next ram, still flat line, next ram, flat line, flat line. I'm satisfied there's no bet involved. Let's move on to ball tracking when ready. Original decision is out, pitching outside off, impact in line, wickets hitting. Nemali, I need you to stay with your original decision of out, stand by. You're on screen, make a signal now.
Tasman Brits just trying to find a way to score some runs for South Africa, but it's not to be for her today. South Africa will lose their opener and a review as well. The Australians on the attack. They've picked up 2. South Africa now on 42 for 2.
Bro, India's playing, we can't be late.
My lucky dog. No! How can I quickly make this blast stain disappear?
Dry wipe the stain with a cloth. I can see it starting to fade. Now use foam and wet the stain, then rub it with your fingers. Perfect. The stain is gone. Now use a hairdryer to dry it.
Time check.
Fit check.
Anari Darkson walks to the crease now. A very talented player for South Africa. Wasn't part of the starting 11 in the first few games. Haven't quite seen the best of her with the bat in this tournament yet. She already has an ODI 100 to her name, which came earlier on this year in Colombo. Now they're just trying to get this field right. Eventually, they've settled on a good point on the boundary, backward square leg as well.
pressure that Australia were applying, coming in the form of dismissal. They didn't give much away, just kept it tight. And this one, again, an example of a bowler rolling her fingers through the ball. Looked absolutely plump.
Yeah, it's slow ball from Garth. There's a few things in it, isn't there? The surface itself, feeling pace off is the way to go, but also pace off against Tasman Brits is the way to go as well. A couple of times in the tournament, Brits was caught by the bowler and just playing in front of her body, playing too early and not quite picking up the pace of the wicket. And they may have had that in mind. She instead did go for the sweep shot, and that didn't work out either for her.
We saw Megan Schutt doing that the previous over, rolling her fingers across the ball, and here it is from King Garth. This one she didn't do. She just bowled it pretty much straight up. She knows she doesn't need to do it that early against the Daxon. Young player who hasn't got going as much as she would have liked.
Excellent over. It's 42 for 2.
Bro, India's playing, we can't be late.
My lucky top. How can I quickly make this blood stain disappear?
Dry wipe the stain with a cloth. Now use foam and wet the stain, then rub it with your fingers. Perfect. The stain is gone. Now use a hairdryer to dry it.
Time check.
Fit check.
You ready for the next adventure, pal?
There's another dimension. It's exactly the same as ours, but it's better.
This is your perfect world, huh?
Have a bowl first, and after the first 10 overs, DK, you feel they're happy with that 42 for 2?
They would be elated. It's a fast outfield and looks like a pitch which at the moment is coming on quite nicely. And you can see with the number of boundaries they got, at a stage they were 32 for no loss, with 31 coming of Laura Woolfarth's bat, and she played some lovely shots. And they did bowl poorly at the start, to be fair, gave width to Laura, which you don't want to be doing, before this one happened. They stopped on her a bit, flicked too early, and then towards the end of the power play, Tasman Brits going across one. Kim Garth. It felt like a plan that they'd had for Brits, and it's come out quite nicely. The support staff acknowledging.
Right. Beth Mooney is standing back. And standing up through most of start of this innings. Now she's standing back for Annabelle Sutherland. What a World Cup she's had with the ball in particular. With lovely variations. Seen her develop that over the 100. You would have seen that as well, DK.
You just stole those words from my mouth, to be fair, because I was just thinking of how good she was for the Superchargers. She was great with the bat and very effective with the ball as well. Slowly but steadily growing the ranks as an all-rounder in world cricket. Over the years, we've obviously had Marizan Kaap, who is the leading, or rather the torchbearer for how good an all-rounder needs to be. And now we have Annabelle Sutherland from Australia, giving her a run for her money in many ways, because she's been so good with the ball, 15 wickets already, and we all know how good she is with the bat as well. Got an unbeaten 90 in the previous game against England. He just seems to keep growing from strength to strength. Just get the feeling Daxon is a bit nervous the way she's coming down hard on the ball. She's telling herself to try and be tight, make sure she doesn't do any mistakes, which is very normal. Just playing your third World Cup game, to have a bit of nerves is not the worst thing. But you always also need to trust the practice that you have. You want the rhythm that you have generally in your nets to come through in the game as well.
She'll also be aware of the fact that Australia are excellent in the field. She was run out in the previous game. It was a really poor call by her. Ball straight to mid-wicket where Fatima Sana was doing the fielding. And she called her partner through. Poor decision because there was never a run on there. Well aware that Australia generally are all good in the field. Looking at what she does to different variations from a right-hand bat, left-hand bat point of view, generally prefers bowling to the right-handers. Run rate has dropped to below 4 and over, 43 for 2.
ऑस्ट्रेलिया मतलब अग्रेसिव बॉलिंग और स्लेजिंग, इसीलिए टीम इंडिया के लिए स्लेज कैंसलेशन हेलमेट ट्राई करो। स्टूपिड।
स्लेजिंग के लिए हटाओ हेलमेट, स्काई बॉल काफी है।
स्काई बॉल
टीम इंडिया का नया स्टाइल, फियरलेस बैटिंग, फुल हिटिंग।
स्काई बॉल चलेगा, सबका बैंड बजेगा।
Watch Australia versus India, first T20I, 29th October.
11 overs have been bowled. Marizanne Cup set to come in for South Africa number 5. Sunelise is at the crease now. She casts her mind back to the game against New Zealand. She'd have very fond memories of playing the leg spin of Mealy Kerr. He was excellent against the leg spinner from New Zealand. Now she's got an opportunity to try something similar against Alana King, who has had a fantastic tournament. She's been absolutely brilliant. This will be a very interesting matchup between the two. He has a good record against leg spin, does Sunelise. Against Mealy Kerr, she was very good. You mentioned it at the pitch report, how to play Alana King. Get forward, sweep, get back, use your feet, and she did that against Mealy Kerr. Going on the attack early is Sunelise. Sutherland settles under it, and that will be the end of the matchup, with King winning the battle early.
The harder, newer ball, giving Alana King the extra bounce that she requires. Not so much the turn, but the bounce is what did Lee Sin. Looking to slog sweep pretty early, had no control, the top edge. And when it goes in the air, someone like Sutherland is below it. You much rather start walking, and that's exactly what Sunelise did. Knew she didn't execute it. Hence, she's got to be on her way back. Lees goes for 6. South Africa in a bit of trouble, 43 for 3.
क्या हरमनप्रीत का ये थ्रो मैच पलट देगा?
मिथिलेश!
How do I fix my Wi-Fi?
I can see that the red light has started to blink. Try to factory reset your Wi-Fi by long pressing the button at the back.
And it's out.
Marizanne Cup. And the fond memories of that ODI that she played against Australia at the beginning of last year, where she was player of the match. Marizanne Cup. She's in. After Australia turned to Alana King early in the 12th over. Against Pakistan, she also came in the 12th over. That's the earliest she's bowled through the tournament.
If you'd seen the pitch report, you'd have heard me saying play the sweep. But there's a difference between the sweep and the slog sweep. Slog sweep is a slightly dangerous shot because of the bounce that Alana King could get because of the amount of air she gives to the ball, and you can see the disappointment in the dugout there.
Just gets it over the top. Only just. Heart in mouth stuff for South Africa.
Again, a batter playing from the crease against the turn as well. Marizanne Kapp early in her innings. Lucky for her that she's still around. This one, Alana King wasn't tall enough to take it. She did everything she could, just couldn't get to the ball.
South Africa are in serious trouble. 2 wickets in and over for Alana King. Australia on the attack.
If you're seeing why Alana King is rated so highly around the world for her leg spin skills, here's an example again. Tossing it slowly, wider outside the batter's arc. Marizanne Kapp, generally very good over covers. Got tempted into playing that big shot. And that's all it took. Australia, as we have seen throughout this World Cup, dominating yet again. South Africa, all sorts of trouble now. Marizanne Kapp goes without scoring, 43 for 4.
No way.
How's it going? We are seeking 500 grand for our company.
This will determine your destiny.
This is our American dream.
We're going to do 10 million this year.
Wow.
This is incredible.
I think this is your moment.
Oh my gosh!
So now Jafta's in, she's at the non-striker's end. This time the umpire says no. Doesn't seem like much of a consultation either for Australia.
Well, at this point of time, if you don't hear Natalie too much, it's because she's lost for words. Isn't too happy with how things are panning out for South Africa.
Yeah, that never happens though, DK. That would be a rarity, wouldn't it? Lost for words. Talk a lot. Flat bats it straight. South Africa continue with the attacking shots that have got them into trouble.
It's taken some time for South Africa to hit that boundary. 25 balls to be precise. Not in control completely, Daxon, but she's going to take it. South Africa is going to take it whichever way it comes. At this point of time, every run matters, and a partnership is very critical.
Waited for it, played it nicely. South Africa were 32 without loss at one stage, and now found themselves 48 for 4. And these couple of wickets fell in 1 over.
Yes, first up, Sunelise, the matchup. Natalie was telling me in the car, she's the one who can take on an Alana King, but not to be today. The second one, Marizanne Kapp, is going for that lovely cover drive, which she fancies always, but this time, absolutely no control. Australia cock a hoop at the moment.
I don't get a lot right, so that's also going with the trend, that's for sure. Right. South Africa's approach is going to be interesting from here on in. Sanala Jafta, when South Africa were in trouble against England, was the one batter that showed a lot of fight against England. She made 22.
Natalie, Alana King for the first time, or rather, not for the first time, has caused another team trouble. In the car, you were telling me that it is Sunelise, who's such a good player of spin. Do you think she was in a bit of a hurry today?
It feels like all the South African batters are. The talk ahead of the game against Pakistan was just free yourselves up and play your game. And I think I like that's a good approach. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. But at the same time, there's got to be times when you then adjust if things go wrong. So I'm assuming the talk again today would have been attack, go after Australia, counter-attack as well, especially because Australia are so good at closing in, aren't they? They kind of suffocate you. It feels like they're all in a hurry at the moment. It's 48 for 4.
I'm not going anywhere until I find you, Miranda.
Lang's not answering his phone. Where is he?
Any fatalities? Oh my God.
Discipline from Australia, no extras yet. And they've also been so good at taking any chances that have come their way. And a good catch from King, Sutherland and Garth doing a good job, as you'd expect from the 7-time champions.
She's in good rhythm, Alana King. Just the way she is getting through the crease, her follow through, way it's coming out of the hand, you just know it when a leg spinner is bowling beautifully, and the rhythm is there. Alana King at the moment definitely has that. And Dirksen in a young career wouldn't have played someone of the quality of Alana King here. Just have a look at her run up. Bit of a slow start and gets the momentum, gets through the crease very nicely. Nice cock twist, gets enough revs on the ball. In all fairness, Natalie, a couple of months ago, or let's put it 3 months ago, when we were in England for the 100, she wasn't bowling at her best then. She just picked it up a couple of notches here, I feel, in this World Cup. Do you think the format changing has helped her?
I wonder if it's the pace as well that's changed a little bit from her. It felt like she wasn't really giving it a rip at the 100. It just felt like she wasn't getting her pace right. I think obviously surfaces come into it as well. She'd played a lot of domestic cricket in England before the 100 and had an excellent time of it with Lancashire, but just think that at the 100 she didn't get it quite right from a pace point of view. It wasn't quite as effective as she might have liked. But I think the surfaces here are suiting her too. Still no runs of her bowling. There's a complete mix-up between the two now. And Dirksen somehow makes it back.
For the second time in a couple of games, she would have been run out for all money there. What is she doing? South Africa doesn't need runs. They just need to hold their wicket intact. Have a look at this. First of all, a good way to start, a good shot to mid-off. And then abruptly she starts running. Jafta had no interest whatsoever. Beth Mooney did what it took, but couldn't hit the stump. Oh, she was gone for all money there. Natalie, explain that to me.
I'm sure you would have said take the glove off as well from Beth Mooney's point of view. I don't think she quite had done it when she was trying to throw it underarm almost. But Dirksen, as you said, nearly another run out for her, and she's struggling at the moment. King has given nothing away. 48 for 4.
टी ब्रेक के बाद स्कैमर्स हैं तैयार सामने हैं अनुभवी बल्लेबाज
हेलो दिस इज कस्टम्स डिपार्टमेंट आपके पार्सल में ड्रग्स मिले कस्टम्स यस
खतरनाक यार्कर सीधा ब्लॉक होल में लेकिन मुस्कुराते हुए किया सामना
मजाक मत करो
शुरू तो आपने ही करा था
कमाल का ब्लॉक स्कैमर्स शॉक
बी अलर्ट बी स्कैम सेफ
ऑस्ट्रेलिया मतलब अग्रेसिव बॉलिंग और स्लेजिंग इसीलिए टीम इंडिया के लिए स्लेज कैंसलेशन हेलमेट
Indoor, Australia right on top. Here's Sutherland to Jafta. What a turnaround in South Africa's innings. Could have very well been a 5 wickets down. Poor communication between the two. Dirksen. Oh, she would have been out for all money at that hit. Finds the gap on the offside. A welcome boundary for South Africa.
Well, you've got to find a way of staying positive in a game like this where you're just having wickets dropping all around you. Jafta's been that, and I'm going to say surprisingly, the person that's been stepping up this tournament. She's really improved over the last couple of years, her game. And particularly with the bat, definitely with the gloves. And that's a really nice shot. Opened the face beautifully. Played it late. There's a welcome boundary.
She's been given added responsibility being brought up in the top six, is Sinalo Jafta, and she's grabbed it with both hands. Batting lower down the order, not much pressure, mentally tough, but that's the wicket they wanted. Laura Wolvaardt was targeted as the most dangerous batter for South Africa by Australia. First 6 overs, 7 boundaries. South Africa on top, 32 without loss, then lost 4 for 11. Officially played.
Well, that slow ball straight away there didn't land it how she would have liked it, but went through the shot early. We were discussing that in the pre-game show. Jafta's gone through that shot way too early. Didn't pick up the back of the hand slow ball. Could have been a caught and bowled opportunity, and that's what you don't mind as a bowler. You think, sweet, I'm getting there. I'm on track. The plan's coming together. I've just got to catch the next one.
Through again. The dugout appreciates this counter-attack from Jafta.
Yeah, just a bit too much width there from Annabelle Sutherland. Back to pace on. 116, nearly 117 kilometres an hour that was. Just lent on it nicely. Didn't have to have the full swing from Jafta there. Got in line with it and played it beautifully.
Just changed the whole momentum in just 6 balls.
Yeah, that's...
Down the left side, she's got the spine. Another boundary for South Africa. 12 from the over, 15 gone. It's 60 for 4.
What the same top I gifted you? आज watch party में twinning करेंगे.
That one.
Welcome to Pitch to Get Rich, a first of its kind passion entrepreneur reality series. 30 crore ka passion entrepreneur fund. 14 passion.
Oh, what a start to this match. Australia will be delighted with how things have gone so far. Lana King, how brilliant she is in this period of the game.
Just going to look at Lana King. She's just sort of pulling back the length a little bit. Goes the fuller ball, goes the good length ball. Really tries to throw it up there. Encourage the batters. Just popped it over the top of her head there. Could have been out. Next ball. Straight to backward point.
Straight through. You can't keep King out. And Derrickson, here's the timber rattle. South Africa in all sorts of trouble here in indoor.
This is the beauty of Alana King. She has balls that turn square nearly 4.6 degrees. This one bowls at the stumps, keeps it nice and straight. Slight bit of movement, takes out the leg stump. Derrickson has cleared a leg so far that it's actually come back and be able to take out the leg stump. Alana King on fire.
And Henry Derrickson's got to go for 5. South Africa, 60 for 5. Time for drinks here in indoor.
The new season of Ghosts is nigh, but something feels spooky. Perhaps it's this chap.
Jay's life ends now.
How are Jay's fiddling skills? The devil went down to Georgia. He was looking for a soul to steal.
What's going on? Are the ghosts concerned for me?
Uh-huh.
A new season of Ghosts has us dancing for joy.
It's about to go down.
This has been good, tough test match cricket this been. This is such a classy shot. Every game is a nail biter. That's the well unbelievable. The Tata IPN getting bigger and bigger.
I'll do my best. That's why it's yours. The world is on the brink of war. Work with me, Sam. me rebuild the Avengers.
Captain America. You don't even know what this is.
आईसीसी वुमेन्स वर्ल्ड कप के मैच में कौन जीतेगा ये तो पता नहीं, लेकिन आप जीत सकते हैं, वो भी धन धनाधन। जीतो टैब पर जाओ और आसान से सवालों के जवाब दो और जीत सकते हो ढेर सारे इनाम। जीतो धन धनाधन सिर्फ जियो हॉटस्टार पर।
Back in Indore, South Africa 60 for 5 in the 16th over. Time now to celebrate an ICC 100% cricket legend, Lizelle Lee. What a powerhouse she was at the top of the order for South Africa. She really brought great intensity to the South African innings, and throughout her career played some memorable knocks alongside some of her greatest mates in the team. Jan de Pre, Dane van Niekerk alongside her in that last shot. Three legends of South African cricket. Fourth leading run scorer for South Africa in ODIs. Young South African to score a century in the ICC Women's T20 World Cup. Lizelle Lee, a legend in her own right. Yet another one for Alana King. She's on a roll here in Indore. The South African team is in shock, and so they should be.
Chloe Tryon. Everyone's in a little bit of shock, including Chloe Tryon here. Just plays this one way too early, tries to work it square. And I don't even think Ash Gardner can believe that's gone straight to her. Alana King. She is the king of Indore at the moment.
South Africa falling to pieces here in Indore. Chloe Tryon out for a first ball duck. It's 60 for 6.
Tulsa is my home now. This distillery is a very interesting business. And we gotta know the enemy. What are you saying? I'm a rat! They're threatening everybody in my life. If you think you're gonna take me out, it's gonna be really difficult.
Well, Nadine de Klerk likes being in a fight, and she's got one right here in Indore. Alana King is on a hat-trick. And yes, de Klerk's had a good tournament. She's in early this time round. What a moment here in this game. Fielders surrounding de Klerk. Manages to survive the hat-trick ball. But what an over this has been from Alana King. We'll go for a boundary. 22 wickets in a calendar year, the most she's had in a calendar year, but how good has she been?
Yeah, well, that ball that just went on didn't turn a lot from Alana King, took out the leg stump. She's just got everyone doubting their shots at the moment. They're not really sure how to play her. Just spinning a bit of a spell over the batters at the moment.
Boundary, the first runs off Alana King's bowling.
Yeah, and this was the hat-trick ball. Not a bad ball, but raced away for 4. It's so quick here.
Incredible stuff from Alana King. 16 gone, South Africa 64 for 6.
And goes to the third umpire. क्या प्रधानमंत्री का ये जो मैच पलट देगा?
How do I fix my Wi-Fi?
I can see that the red light has started to blink. Try to factory reset your Wi-Fi by long pressing the button at the back.
And it's out!
The pressure continues. Ash Gardner now. 6 of the South African batters already back in the dugout. You've got Jafta and de Klerk, the last really recognised batting pair out there. It's the bowlers to come, Klaas, Kaka and Mlaba. They're absolutely stunned by what they've just witnessed. Got this through. The quick outfielder will race to the boundary for 4. Jafta playing positively in the midst of absolute carnage.
You're absolutely right there, Cass. Good positive shot here from Jafta. Used her feet nicely, pushed deep in the crease. Caught the outside edge, but no slip in play. Plenty of space behind the wicket. Good couple of extra runs for South Africa.
She uses her feet this time, nets it over the ring for 4. Excellent intent by Sonalo Jafta.
And again, plenty of space out there at the mid-wicket or straight field. Just didn't quite get all of it. It was a little bit agricultural, but she got there in the end, over the top of mid-wicket. Another 4 runs. I think she's here for a good time. And I think South Africa are hoping a long time as well.
Well put, Julia. After the 69 all-out in the opening game of the tournament, the theme for the South Africans have been, you are in a sticky situation like this, try to stay in the game. I wonder what the chat will be between Jafta and de Klerk. How do they go about this? So many overs still to go.
I think what the important thing as well here for Australia is that they don't just assume they're going to get the next 4 wickets. They've got to keep the foot down. They've got to make sure that they're attacking. It is so easy when you're in a situation like a 72 for 6 to think, yes, we've got this. And I don't think Australia will do that, but it's important to make sure it's recognised.
Across the line, a single. Australia have the approach of they're going to keep up the pressure. You see from King taking out the leg stump of Aneri Derrickson. He couldn't believe what he just saw. Chloe Tryon, out first ball she faced. Had Alana King on a hat-trick. A tournament she's had. Oh, 17 overs gone, 73 for 6.
क्या प्रधानमंत्री का ये जो मैच पलट देगा?
How do I fix my Wi-Fi?
I can see that the red light has started to blink. Try to factory reset your Wi-Fi by long pressing the button at the back.
And it's out!
You ready for the next adventure, pal?
There's another dimension. It's exactly the same as ours, but it's better.
This is your perfect world, huh?
The Mongolian Cricket Association hosted the Krio Cricket Festivals every single day of the Women's Cricket Week across the country. Organisers travelling through snow-covered roads to engage almost 300 girls. And they'll enjoy seeing shots like that. Youngsters watching the game. Sonalo Jafta continues to counter-punch.
Yeah, really great footwork here from Jafta. Goes straight at the line of the ball, hits it straight as an arrow. Splits the 2 fielders that are staying up. You've got the figures of 4 for 4. You can feel a little bit disgruntled. Surely there should be a bit more respect. But at the moment, Jafta is just not showing that. She's got her own game plan.
nice, innovative stuff. It's another Jafta playing a really useful knock here for South Africa in the midst of seeing some top batters going out cheaply. She's come out here and she's taken the attack to Australia.
Look at the scorecard. We've got a 6 for 19, 6 for 15, 5 for 19. No real contributors, double figures, other than Laura Vulvart. And then out comes Jafta, and she's playing this like it's an absolute belter and that they're not in a situation. And only 1 for 6. And straight away we've seen the fields changed. He's really creating some havoc here for the Australians.
It was a matter of time before King had her say again. 5 wickets for Alana King. And the crowd at Indoor appreciating the brilliance of this young Australian.
It is the slight change of field. Jafta goes a little squarer here, keeps the stumps in play as she has most of the time. Didn't get a huge amount of turn, but still making sure that she was hitting those stumps. 5 wickets, Alana King. She is pretty happy, as is Phoebe Litchfield and Beth Mooney. Now, mate from Port Adelaide, he's been here every single game, and he indicates the 5 wickets. Nalo Jafta out for 29. South Africa 81 for 7.
ऑस्ट्रेलिया मतलब अग्रेसिव बॉलिंग और स्लेजिंग। इसीलिए टीम इंडिया के लिए स्लेज कैंसलेशन हेलमेट ट्राई करो। स्टूपिड।
स्लेजिंग के लिए हटाओ हेलमेट, स्काई बॉल काफी है।
स्काई बॉल?
टीम इंडिया का नया स्टाइल, फियरलेस बैटिंग, फुल हिटिंग।
स्काई बॉल चलेगा, सबका बैंड बजेगा। वॉच ऑस्ट्रेलिया वर्सेस इंडिया, फर्स्ट T20I, 29th October.
Masabata class in for her bowling in the 11, but right now pressure on her to stand up with the bat alongside Nadine de Klerk. Australia right on top, Alana King. She's been the master of the South African destruction. 5 for 12 in just 3.3 overs. Got a slip in place. I'm sure she can't watch, but she has to, Laura Wolfart.
Well, it's an interesting field. Alana King turning the ball away from the right-hander, and they've got 2 fielders out on the boundary at the moment, deep backward square and a deep mid-wicket. So they're knowing, they've seen, as you see, the cross-bat shot from Jafta, and they're expecting the same from Klaas.
Ow!
Have a look again of this shot across the line from Jafta. That's the 5 wickets for Alana King. She's not going to forget that. She's had a great time here in Indoor. I think she's just started petitioning for the semi-final to be held here in Indoor so that she can bowl here a little bit longer.
Second Australian to take a 5-wicket haul in this competition. 5 for 40 for Annabelle Sutherland against India. 82 for 7.
Bro, India's playing, we can't be late.
My lucky top. No! How can I quickly make this blood stain disappear?
Dry wipe the stain with a cloth. Now use foam and wet the stain, then rub it with your fingers. Perfect. The stain is gone. Now use a hairdryer to dry it.
Time check.
Fit check.
Over-attack. Maybe go a little too early when their team was in a little bit of trouble. Wait for the ball that you're going to be able to hit. Otherwise, just look around. Look at those best figures there from Alana King, 5 for 13. She's been exceptional. South Africa really haven't had a plan on how they were going to score or even not get out.
Oh my God, Paxa.
He looked tentative, didn't they? So Laura Wolfart coming out and just flaying the ball to all parts of the ground. Well, I think you're not the only one. We're all here for Alana King. I love about her, she keeps learning. No matter how well she does, she just wants to keep improving her craft. A wonderful, healthy composition in that Australian team. They all play for each other. Team that's unbeaten since that 2017 semi-final. Been formidable in the ODI format.
Right, when you've got someone at the other end as well, and we talk about bowling in partnerships, and someone like Ash Gardner, #1 all-rounder in the world at the moment. We think about her batting, but her bowling is exceptional.
All those wickets falling. Nadine de Klerk has very quietly been there at the crease. You've got to wonder what's going through her mind. She's had some incredible performances in this World Cup, but it's a different game for her today. South Africa batting first. Not much to come after this. But it was her first extra of the game. It shows you how tight Australia have been, disciplined.
Same again.
Look at the images of the day. Is dominated by the Australians. Kim Garth picking up a wicket. Megan Shute, she's been awesome at the beginning. Great captaincy as well from Tali McGrath, leaving her bowlers on early when they couldn't really make any inroads. Laura Woolvart was looking very, very solid. Ended up getting out for the 31. End of the over, 86 for 7.
The new season of Ghosts is nigh, but something feels spooky. Perhaps it's this chap.
Jay's life ends now.
Our Jay's fiddling skills. The devil went down to Georgia. He was looking for a soul to steal.
What's going on? Are the ghosts concerned for me?
Uh-huh.
A new season of Ghosts has us dancing for joy.
It's about to go down.
Been the sorry tale of South Africa's innings after being asked to bat in cool overcast conditions here in indoor. Good start from Wolfart, but after that it's been a procession.
Well, we just have a look at the amount of turn that Alana King gets. Threw a few wider ones in, still picked up the wicket, but the fact that that's 7.9 for the one that got cap out is the one that skewed off the edge. She was probably playing the right shot. The amount of spin that she can get, and it varies a lot, which makes it very, very difficult for the batters to understand how they're going to play her. Just varying the lengths, not having dragged anything short today, but the wickets are in that sort of more of a good length and a fuller delivery, where it's either going on to hit the stumps or turning sharply. 7.9 degree turn. That's enormous.
Pressure's been relentless. The talk coming into this game about how South Africa would approach it, but they've had very little to do because she's done all the damage, Alana King. And a wonderful tournament and a great appreciation here from the crowd in indoor. Yep, 5-wicket haul. Africa almost nowhere to go here, and this is the period of the game where King is always right on top of the batters.
It is tough to have another look at this shot. Just falls short of Annabelle Sutherland there at mid-on.
It is unbelievable to see what she has done. South Africa cannot watch. She keeps the stumps in play usually, and right now the stumps are all over the place.
Yeah, another fantastic delivery here from Alana King. Tries to rip this one, probably turns off middle. Class tries to work it straight to the onside, as a number 9 would do. Unfortunately, she misses it. Alana King picks up her 6th wicket. Incredible performance. See, that's the Butter Class having to go out for 4. South Africa, 88 for 8.
We've got one hope. A secret laboratory. In the middle of nowhere, our nation's best scientists focused on one goal. End this war. Our boys would come home. I can perform this miracle. Robert, try not to blow up the world.
Oppenheimer.
South Africa's innings in disarray as Ayabonga Kaka joins Nadine de Klerk out in the middle. Start of a new over. Here's Ash Gardner.
Nadine de Klerk, she's in a situation where she's normally coming in, as we just see this last wicket, just enough turn off that middle stump, crashing into the off stump. She's in a position where she's going to have to spend some time out in the middle. I mean, we've only just ticked over the 20th over. Normally she's coming in at back end of an over and she's able to hit. You can just see that dismissal. It's so good from Alana King. And she's going to work out, how do I spend some time out here? How do I form a partnership with Ayabonga Kaka, who's just come in now? It's the 6th wicket, as indicated by the Australian fans, just in case anyone had forgotten.
Alana King, the 5th bowler to take 6 wickets in an innings in the World Cup.
Nice, Ash.
South Africa have lost wickets in clusters, 4 for 11 and then 4 for 28.
Nice,
Talk about periods of consolidation. They haven't had a chance to settle because she stood in their way. Get an edge on this.
Nice, Ash.
And they're not going to have a look at that. I like the decisiveness of Tali McGrath. We've also got a feel for her. We've got a feel for Beth Mooney as well. Both coming in different positions here. Tali McGrath now captaining and doing an excellent job as well. End of the over, 89 for 8.
ऑस्ट्रेलिया मतलब अग्रेसिव बॉलिंग और स्लेजिंग। इसीलिए टीम इंडिया के लिए स्लेज कैंसलेशन हेलमेट ट्राई करो। स्टूपिड।
स्लेजिंग के लिए हटाओ हेलमेट, स्काई बॉल काफी है।
स्काई बॉल?
टीम इंडिया का नया स्टाइल, fearless batting, full hitting।
स्काई बॉल चलेगा, सबका बैंड बजेगा। Watch Australia versus India, first T20I, 29th October.
Alana King coming in, currently having 6 for 15. He's on a hat trick. Feels like every time she settles herself at the top of the mark, there's a little sense of expectation.
Oh, yeah, like that shot for us there, Kingy.
DK, when someone's bowling like this, the wicketkeeper's got the best view in the house.
Absolutely. Ask Beth Mooney how cool it is to keep to Alana King at the moment. She'd be feeling every ball is going to be coming to her. And that's a good feeling to have as a keeper. Almost another one that just beat the bat.
She is in career best form. She took a 5 for against England in the recent Ashes series down under. She had a very good series against South Africa in Australia. A series that was a historical one for South Africa as they took their first ever game off Australia in the one-day format. And de Klerk wants the strike, and rightly so, and she will get it. Just the one off the over, 90 for 8.
बैंक लोन तो अटका पड़ा है, बिजनेस प्लान ड्रॉप करना पड़ेगा।
2.5 लाख लोगों की टीम होते हुए तू मैदान छोड़ के भाग रही है।
2.5 लाख?
स्विच टू SBI। इनकी 2.5 लाख लोगों की टीम और उनका डिजिटल प्रोसेस देता है आपको लोन अप्रूवल इंस्टेंटली। SBI, सपोर्टिंग इंडिया, सपोर्टेड बाय इंडिया।
You ready for the next adventure, pal?
Gets a little tickle and gets it fine. Much needed runs for South Africa, and all eyes are on the finisher, Nadine de Klerk, who's created quite the fireworks in this tournament. She's going to have to really knuckle down today.
It's almost been 5 overs, just under 5 overs. The last time they got a boundary.
Ooh, in and out, just dragged it. A wonderful adjustment there from Ash Gardner, who got the line wrong for the first ball, and it was a big tempter. Floated it up outside off stump, just in front. Well, in celebration of ICC Women's Cricket Week, the Mozambican Cricket Association organised Creo clinics and an indoor cricket tournament over a 2-day celebration that engaged more than 200 young girls. Ash Gardner in the mix now as well. Spin to win for Australia. And South Africa are now 9 down here in indoor.
Mel just spoke about some Mozambican girls picking up cricket. There's no better heroes to watch than Ash Gardner and Alana King doing their thing. Ash Gardner getting a first wicket. Stock delivery, the off spin, didn't turn too much, went with the arm. We've seen it dime a dozen times. Yet again, it rattles the off stump. Australia tightening the noose of South Africa right now. 95 for 9. Ayabonga Kaka goes without scoring.
क्या हरमनप्रीत का ये थ्रो मैच पलट देगा?
How do I fix my Wi-Fi?
I can see that the red light has started to blink. Try to factory reset your Wi-Fi by long pressing the button at the back.
And it's out!
We're being hunted by a robot named Amelia. Megan's our only chance. I was programmed to protect Haley.
How are you going to stop her?
I'm gonna get to work, sister.
Mlaba to the centre.
Catch!
Keeping things simple, Australia. Not wavering too far from game plans, particularly against the tail. It does make you wonder, potentially, why take the single off the third ball of the over to give the strike over and have Nadine de Klerk at the other end. And that's where she still is. Five off the over, plus the wicket, 95 for 3.
क्या हुआ?
अरे कल बैंक जाना है अकाउंट खोलने, नई जॉब है, कहाँ से मिलेगी छुट्टी?
2.5 लाख लोगों की टीम है और तू मैच शुरू होते ही हार मान रहा है।
2.5 लाख?
स्विच टू SBI। इनकी 2.5 लाख लोगों की टीम और उनका डिजिटल प्रोसेस। आपका सैलरी अकाउंट खोले कहीं से भी इंस्टेंटली। SBI, सपोर्टिंग इंडिया, सपोर्टेड बाय
So King coming into a 7th. There's 1 wicket left. Can she get a magical 7 for? Okay, Dika, how does Nadine de Klerk play this now? She's on strike at the moment.
Well, she's going to try and hit a few boundaries. Try and get as big a score as possible. But the fact is, right now, Alana King is bowling beautifully. She is so consistent in hitting the stumps. 50% hitting the stumps tells you she's been so accurate. That's why she's got so many dismissals as bowler. And that's the highest that Alana King has hit the stumps, in fact, in this World Cup. Have a look at that. Almost every second delivery is on the stump. And as a batter, you need to protect it. You need to make sure that you get your leg out of the way and then play an attacking shot. Oh, she's bowled beautifully tonight.
To the air, and it's going to pressure the captain and Tali McGrath on the boundary line because of the force that she had behind it, and yet again takes the single off the 3rd.
Well, in all fairness, I wouldn't be doing it if I was Nadine de Klerk. You want to be trying and harboring as much strike for yourself as possible, because the fact is that Alana King can finish this innings off in 3 balls.
If my memory serves me correctly, Shelley Nitschke, the current captain, coach of Australia, and Elise Perry both have 7 wicket hauls. Edged to ground.
I'd love to see a gully in there. She's gotten the outside edge a couple of times now, and you want an extra fielder catching, not just one slip. She's bowling so well as a captain, you can trust her to hit the lengths.
Oh, there's an edge, and it's off Mooney, and then it flies past Vole. She could have had the best ever figures for Australia in women's one-day internationals. Perry with the best at the moment, 7 for 22. She's got it now, 7 wickets for King. Best ever figures for an Australian in one-day internationals on the biggest stage of them all. And to go with that, the first ever 7-wicket haul in a Women's World Cup as well. Every time she comes out in the green and gold of Australia, something happens. She plays a big part in bowling South Africa out for 97 in 24 overs.
This broadcast is co-presented by Android and Google Pay. Sab Tik Hai, co-powered by SBI, the banker to every Indian, in association with Rexona, Stay Sharp Fresh, and Royal Challenge, packaged drinking water. Partner with IGI, Trusted Diamond Authority.
You ready for the next adventure, pal?
There's another dimension. It's exactly the same as ours,
but it's better.
This is your perfect world, huh?
We move cricket so that cricket moves you. Smart logistics beyond boundaries.
Alana King leads off the Australians as those not playing today join in on the celebrations as well. I think half the Australians aren't quite surprised themselves that it's been, you know, so easy against a side that has been so dominant with the bat so far.
Oh, this has been an outstanding display of wrist spin bowling. You don't get better than this. She hit the stump, she got the ball to turn, she got drift in, and almost every batter she got out today, it was either because of the extra bounce or the extra turn, and that happens if you're really good with your skill. And Alana King is a star tonight. She's bowled wonderfully well in this tournament, but today she's just taken up a notch further. It was a question of who is going to win this game to go and meet India in the semi-final, and it for sure has strengthened what Australia are going to be doing in a few days. Alana King, you see that scorecard, there's just one name dominating it right from the third wicket, bang on to the last wicket. She's played such a massive part, and every wicket has been a masterclass on how to get a batter out.
Well, yeah, your eyes just automatically gravitate to Alana King. 7 for 18. It was only Sutherland, the leading wicket taker in the tournament, who didn't pick up a wicket today, which sort of bucks the trend for her. Let's go down to Nat Germanos, and she has the king of the moment.
Alana King, 7 for 18. Few numbers for you. Best by an Australian in ODIs, best in a Cricket World Cup match overall. How do you sum that up?
Yeah, it's a good feeling, no doubt, but I love putting Australia, or trying to put Australia into a good position, and to bowl a quality side out like South Africa, to keep them under 100 is something that we're pretty pumped about.
Talk to us about the surface and what your plans were on this pitch.
Yeah, we've played here a few games now, so I did extract a bit of spin first game, and then even against England a couple of days ago. So we know that there's going to be a little bit of spin. He could hold a little bit, but again, when you play on a new pitch, you've got to assess conditions as soon as you can. So I thought with a little bit of drizzle, it might have slid on a little bit, but to still extract a bit of spin, I'm pretty pleased with that.
25 wickets in the format for you just this year alone. That's on the back of 19 last year. Tell us about your form and what you've done to get to this point.
Oh, to be honest, I haven't changed too much. I think I've got some great coaches and mentors and even teammates around me to help get better, keep evolving my game, and I just want to keep doing my role for Australia. I love playing for this team, and I love taking wickets for this team and hoping to put us in good positions. But I wouldn't say a whole lot's changed in 12 months. If anything, I've just tried to become a lot consistent with my stock ball and trust that, and it's been my go-to ball, and it's given me the reward.
You mentioned evolving your game. What's next then for Alana King? What are we going to see from you next?
I don't know, maybe up the batting order, but we'll see with that. But I'm very happy to be a bowler in this team and put my feet up and let the batters go to work. It's a great team to be a part of, and we've got an amazing culture in the group, and we've got a lot of self-belief within ourselves and within each other. So yeah, it's a pretty good change room to be a part of.
That was very special to watch. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, evolve has been a value of the Australian team for quite some time. And in terms of going up the batting order, remember, 51 not out of 49 against Pakistan. So Alana King with bat and ball this tournament has been absolutely brilliant. Best figures in the ICC Women's Cricket World Cup. She's beaten Jackie Lord from New Zealand with her 6 for 10, 7 for 18. That will take some beating over the tournaments to come. It's a small total, 98 runs needed from 50 overs for Australia to take top spot and to move through to the finals in Mumbai. We'll find out maybe how many overs they do it in.
South Africa versus Australia, a top of the table clash.
And the trademark shot is out early, in the air and into the hand.
Confident appeal. Australia on the attack. Straight through. 5 wickets for Alana King. South Africa cannot watch.
For those who are not fence-sitters, Rexona keeps you shower fresh, confident, so sweat can never stop you. Rexona, मैदान में उतरो.
ऑस्ट्रेलिया मतलब अग्रेसिव बॉलिंग और स्लेजिंग, इसीलिए टीम इंडिया के लिए स्लेज कैंसलेशन हेलमेट. ट्राई करो। Stupid.
स्लेजिंग के लिए हटाओ हेलमेट, स्काई बॉल काफी है।
स्काई बॉल?
टीम इंडिया का नया स्टाइल, फियरलेस बैटिंग, फुल हिटिंग।
स्काई बॉल चलेगा, सबका बैट बजेगा। Watch Australia versus India, first T20I, 29th October.
The new season of Ghosts is nigh, but something feels spooky. Perhaps it's this chap.
Jay's life ends now.
How are Jay's fiddling skills? The devil went down to Georgia. He was looking for a soul to steal.
What's going on? Are the ghosts concerned for me?
A new season of Ghosts has us dancing for joy.
It's about to go down.
Every single night, it's the same dream. Everyone dies. If you can see how all of this fits together, we might have a chance.
Good luck.
There's some big threat out there.
There's no use fighting.
You are gonna help me stop it.
Buck, you have the wrong people. We have all done bad things.
Lena, being the hero, there is no higher calling.
You guys done with therapy?
Let's do this.
Marvel Studios Thunderball.
For those who are not fence sitters, Rexona keeps you shower fresh, confident, so sweat can never stop you. Rexona, मैदान में उतरो.
It doesn't matter what happened so far, but now one wrong move and game over. It's time to go full throttle because every game is do or die. Watch PKL playoffs every evening at 7:30 p.m.
The world is on the brink of war. Help me rebuild the Avengers.
Captain America. You don't even know what this is.
She is trending around the world, and so she should. A royal performance from the king herself, Alana King, with 7 for 18, the best ever figures in an ICC Women's ODI World Cup match. Best figures by an Australian women's cricketer, and wow, what a demolition job. South Africa all out for 97 in just 24 overs. They had absolutely no answer to Alana King, and they'll be looking back at this innings and wonder just what went wrong. Well, a whole lot did. They lost wickets in clusters, but have a look at those figures. 7 for 18, 2 maidens in her 7 overs. Alana King could do absolutely no wrong. Well, her hero is Shane Warne, and I tell you, the late, great Shane Warne would have been so proud of that effort. I've got Carlos Brathwaite and Julia Price alongside me. Pricey, how good was she?
Yeah, she was fantastic, and we know what a great player she has been. She's developing a game all the time. She knows she's one of those team players that's going to make sure that she's going to be attacking the stumps all the time. She wants to bowl with the person at the other end and create those partnerships, create that pressure, because it's not always about one person. And what I love about the fact that Alana King always thanks her teammates for the ability to be able to take all the wickets that she's been doing, but her control of the ball has been fantastic so far this tournament. Started a little slow, but is really working her way into the tournament as you'd expect or want. You want your big game players to be going big right towards the finals.
Yeah, what I love about her is that she's bowled so late in the tournament so far, but today got a different role to come in slightly earlier. And we haven't seen her bowl a lot of top spinners or googlies. Today, I could be wrong, but I think she slipped 1 or 2 top spinners in, and a real heavy over spinning the balls just landed and gone straight. So she's showed what she can add and what she has added to her game. She said she's continuing to evolve, so watch out, batters.
Well, wonderful start for South Africa. Laura Wolvaardt came out with excellent intent. Those first 6 overs, boundaries flying all over the place. Yeah, I think Australia would have been a little concerned with the way that she was able to get some of the balls, a couple over pitched, but then when they pulled back their length, she was still able and managing to be able to get the boundaries, which was really concerning. But what I really liked is the fact that Talia McGrath, as the captain, kept both Shute and Garth on. They obviously had a clear plan of how they wanted to attack Wolvaardt and Brits at the top of the order, and that eventually came off despite a few
quite expensive overs. So well done Australia, well done Tali McGrath, and as a team effort on the back of the 7 from Alana King, they've put themselves in a very, very good position.
Yeah, for South Africa, it's been wickets falling in clusters, but how tough is it to bat out there? He did tell us earlier today, play, spin well, use your feet. They didn't have much time though, DK. He's got the mid-innings pitch report.
Well, I've been told to do the pitch report here, but the fact is that the pitch hasn't changed too much. It has remained the same. But what I would like to report about is an absolute gold standard masterclass on how to bowl wrist spin in an ODI. We got the best figures from Alana King, and how did she do it? She got the ball to drift, dip, and most importantly, she used the pitch to her advantage. There were some that turned quite a bit, and there were some that didn't turn as much because it would have hit the grassy part of the pitch and went straight. You have 2 in red there where there's a considerable amount of turn, but the rest of it, the batters were beaten for a bit of drift and also a little bit of hold from the pitch. Now, in the pitch report earlier, we spoke about the ball patches and the grassy ones, and Alana King has used that to her advantage. But it was just wonderful to see someone target the stumps so consistently. Also, South Africa would have seen the cutters working quite nicely with the pacers. Can they use that on this pitch and trouble the Aussie batters? But you would like to think that the score is well below par and Australia have a strong chance in the second innings.
By South Africa to defend this total. Australia have been formidable in the ODI format for many years. The last time they lost an ODI World Cup match was that semi-final in 2017. In 2022, they were unstoppable.
The 2022 ICC Women's World Cup was the 12th edition of the competition and the first time the tournament would return to New Zealand since the White Ferns lifted the title back in 2000. The tournament had to be rescheduled from taking place in 2021 to a year later due to the COVID pandemic. At the time 2022 came around, New Zealand were itching to get started.
There's always going to be pressure when it's a home World Cup. I think you have a sense of responsibility to the public of New Zealand that you want to be there at the business end of the tournament, and for us we saw it as a real privilege to be able to be playing at home, obviously with the whole COVID environment.
In the tournament's first game, a sublime 119 from Hayley Matthews would set the World Cup alight and would leave the Kiwis requiring 260 for victory. The responsibility of the chase would fall on the shoulders of the New Zealand captain, Sophie Devine.
She gets to 100. It will be a moderate celebration because she knows it's a job done well thus far, but not fully done.
Devine would eventually fall, with New Zealand still requiring 45 runs for victory. The game would come down to the penultimate ball with 4 runs needed and 1 wicket in hand.
They can't run it by. It's panic situation, and I think the West Indies have won. They have, and they cannot believe how it got away on them.
The final over drama in the game would be a sign of things to come across the group stage, as the tournament would have more than its fair share of nail-biting thrillers.
Needs just one over the top as South Africa record their highest ever successful chase in World Cup matches.
Out, chops it on. West Indies win. They defend 140 here at Bay Oval, Mount Maunganui.
New Zealand's campaign had been one of disappointment. The hopes of reaching a home World Cup semi-final would rest on the result of their game against England at Eden Park.
Oh, chaos, run out, surely. No way, England. That is ridiculous batting. There's so much time. Full toss, and it nearly carried to the hands of mid-wicket. But England get over the line just, and the celebrations from Anya Shrubsole tells everything how tense it was.
After that England loss, obviously we knew that we'd been eliminated from a World Cup. You know, there were a lot of tears from players. I guess when we got that close as well, that we were 1 wicket away, anything could have happened in that last partnership, and England scraped across the line, and you start to reflect on the rest of the World Cup and how you'd let the country down and you'd let yourselves down.
While New Zealand's tournament was one of regret, India's World Cup was one of inconsistency, which meant going into their final group stage game against South Africa, they would need a win to secure themselves a place in the semi-finals. A loss would not only knock India out of the tournament, but would also unceremoniously bring down the curtain on the career of one of India's greatest ever batters.
I for sure knew that the World Cup is my last. Getting into that match, yes, we were very aware that it was a must-win game for us.
The game would turn out to be yet another thriller, and it would come right down to the very end. 2 balls remaining, 3 runs needed for South Africa. India could not afford to put a foot wrong.
Dupriya in the air, out, and now South Africa need 3 from 1. The super over is on. It's a no ball. It's a no ball. And with that, all the hearts in India start breaking. This is unbelievable.
I was like, damn, do you have to bowl a no ball now? You had the entire World Cup at your disposal to bowl that one no ball.
There's the run. And now hearts will be breaking all over India as they are eliminated.
The result meant that West Indies, who were watching on, would go on to qualify for the semi-finals along with England and South Africa. Although all 3 teams had impressed throughout the tournament, none of them had come close to the quality of cricket Australia had played thus far.
That 2017 World Cup where things didn't go to plan was a bit of a wake-up call, I think, in terms of getting the best out of ourselves and what we were capable of, how we wanted to play, also how we wanted to operate as a team. We were confident heading in, and we felt like we had some really good depth within the squad too. We weren't relying on 1 or 2 players, which we probably were in the past.
Australia's 7 wins from 7 in the group stage had led them to a semi-final against the West Indies in Wellington, a game that Australia once again dominated from ball 1.
This could be out. Stefani Taylor has got out. Australia are into the finals yet again, the 7th time they get into the finals.
The second semi-final also produced a one-sided affair. Danny Wyatt-Hodge century and a Sophie Eccleston 6-wicket haul would make South Africa succumb to yet another semi-final heartbreak.
Yeah, I still remember one of the drinks breaks, I just lost it and I was telling people like, come on guys, can we just try and do something here, because we were so flat. You can't play like that throughout the whole World Cup and then you fall flat in the semi-finals. So we were very disappointed with how we went about things.
So for the 5th time in the tournament's history, it would be Australia against England in the final at Christchurch. Defending champions against the best team in the world.
Healy is looking mighty dangerous.
Elisa Healy is exuding great confidence here.
Elisa Healy, the World Cup final specialist. Not a bad tag to have, I wouldn't have thought. She played well throughout the whole tournament. Her and Rachel Haynes opened the batting for us, sort of set the tone, got us off to some really good starts that allowed everybody else just to play.
Elisa Healy will be walking off after one of the great innings ever in ODI history.
Elisa Healy's 170 was the highest individual score ever in a World Cup final. It would set England a mammoth 357 to win. In the chase, England's Nat Siver-Brunt almost pulled off the impossible with an equally impressive 148 of her own. This World Cup was destined to return to Australia, as they would eventually bowl England out for 285 and win their 7th ICC Women's Cricket World Cup.
That's the catch. The 5-year master plan has come to fruition for Australia. They have what they came for. It's the World Cup title.
What a team, formidable stuff, and they should go out there and knock these runs off easy, surely.
Australia are going to be ruthless. They are not going to have any sympathy at all for South Africa. They're going to want to knock these off as quickly as possible, and they want to send a real message to say, we're here to win this.
What will South Africa need to do to keep in the game?
a few prayers would have gone up. Probably start with spin. Spin did work. But yeah, there's not much riding on it at the moment. It's looking very, very difficult.
Julia Price, Carlos Expressway, thank you very much. So Australia looking for 98 to win this final group game between the two for a place in the semi-finals against India in Navi Mumbai.
For those who are not fence-sitters, Rexona keeps you shower fresh, confident, so sweat can never stop you. Rexona, मैदान में उतरो.
Okay, come and get me.
My son, are you prepared to become the greatest war machine?
I don't know. It's really happening. Are you gonna eat me? What? Eat? I've never had a friend before. Me neither. These are the lava tunnels. Lord and I am not fireproof. Just get in my mouth. It's actually kind of comfy in here.
To the Murdochs. Long may we live.
Amen.
There's been an accident.
The Murdochs are a South Carolina legal dynasty.
Did the Murdochs tell you not to talk to me?
How creative is this for us?
These are very powerful people. Go to the mirror. See what that man has to say.
This has been good, tough test match cricket this week.
This is such a classy shot.
Here we go.
Every game is a nail biter.
This is the World Cup. Unbelievable.
The Tata IPL getting bigger and bigger.
Welcome to Los Alamos, a secret laboratory in the middle of nowhere, focused on one goal. Is anyone ever going to tell the truth about what's happening here?
Death is coming for us because we were never supposed to exist.
If you can see how all of this fits together, we might have a chance.
For those who are not fence-sitters, Rexona keeps you shower fresh, confident, so sweat can never stop you. Rexona, मैदान में उतरो.
Well, there's no India playing today in this match here in Indore. It is Australia versus South Africa. But that didn't mean that we didn't have a crowd turning up, because we've got the two top teams vying off for the top spot. Bragging rights as we head into finals. The clash of two teams that know each other so well. It's match 26 of 28 here at Holker Stadium in Indore. And the fans, like everyone probably around the world, have left a little bit stunned by the result of the first innings, with South Africa being bowled out for 97. Well, lots of wonderful initiatives around the world, and the initiatives are about getting more and more girls and women to play the game.
This ICC Women's World Cup has helped inspire a new generation of cricketers. On the field, we've seen some inspiring performances. And beyond the matches, the Creo Cricket Festivals have given a platform to young girls all over India to experience this wonderful sport. Indore played host to almost 500 young girls across 2 festivals as girls of all ages came along to play, learn and have fun. 74% of the girls that participated were playing cricket for the first time. This is hopefully a great first step in what could become a lifelong journey with the sport.
People always want to know what Emirates will do next. Well, here it is. This is business class in the brand new Emirates A350. Fly Emirates, fly better.
I wish for a friend.
He's wild. He's strange.
I don't think you're supposed to drink that.
But together, they're family.
Water means family.
Nobody gets left behind.
This broadcast is co-presented by Google Gemini, AI Fan Companion, and Google Pixel 10. Co-powered by SBI, the banker to every Indian, in association with Rexona, Stay Shower Fresh, and Royal Challenge Packaged Drinking Water. Partner with IGI, Trusted Diamond Authority.
Need the belief. Marizanne Kapp, we have known over the years how good she is. She plays such a pivotal role for South Africa to achieve whatever success they want to in this form. Again, he's going to take this new ball and get the ball back into Litchfield. And she is, again, world-class player, Phoebe Litchfield. We all know how talented she is. One of my personal favorites, to be honest. And she is just so good-looking to watch in terms of shot-making, in terms of her intent. But she'll be up against one of the world's best, without a doubt.
Yep, opening up with a good friend. They came through Pathways Cricket in Australia, Georgia Vole. She's into a second World Cup match with the injury to Elisa Healy. Both of them went cheaply the other night against England. Phoebe Litchfield bowled by an absolute seed of a delivery from Lauren Bell. With seam and swing. And Marizanne Kapp, I hazard a guess, would have been watching a bit of the replays and the highlights of that game as she sort of worked through her plans for the top order of Australia. Having watched this Australian side for so long, there's wins and then there's ways of winning. And Shelley Nitschke would have had the conversation with the batting unit to say, be positive, be attacking, get yourselves in. But we have a real opportunity to make a statement in our last game. South Africa will want to do the same. You captain of South Africa, final words to them before they walked out?
Well, let's not give it away in our minds. Let's go out there, make sure that they have to earn every run. We'll feel like our lives depend on it. Then, I guess the result will take care of itself.
Yeah, movement down the crease. No surprises there from Phoebe Litchfield. It's a go-to move. And you can understand it against Kapp too, who you don't want to let her settle on good line or length with the movement that she can get. Wonderful ability to beat both sides of the bat. Well, she's been in good form. Probably pretty much say that most times that Marizanne Kapp graces our televisions or grounds. Magnificent spell against Pakistan in Colombo. Pitch that she would have enjoyed and probably wanted to take all around the world. She would have probably wanted that surface here this evening.
She's getting a little bit of shape. She generally gets shape no matter where she bowls, but in Indore, there's not been too much swing on offer. But still, because of her action and the way she releases, she'll always get some swing back into the left-hander. And Lauren Bull Lauren Bell bowled an absolute beauty to get rid of Phoebe Litchfield. Came back in and just went out. This one just coming back in, holding its line. Played with soft hands by Phoebe Litchfield.
I think when we saw Australia bowling too, they either got hit for runs, which was Laura Vulvart really blasting shots through the covers, or they were maidens or wicket maidens. It was sort of one or the other. And Laura Vulvart might just be reminding her team that if they can bowl that tight line to begin with, leave everything out there. Maiden to start things. Australia still needing 98.
स्कैमर्स की कोशिश जारी करने समाप्त बल्लेबाजों की पारी।
हेलो मैडम, बिजली विभाग से बोल रहा हूँ। इस लिंक पे पैसे भरे वरना बिजली कट जाएगी।
बल्लेबाज जाल में फंसते हुए।
काट दो। हैं? आज कैंडल लाइट डिनर का प्लान है। कैंडल लाइट?
कमाल की साझेदारी ने कर दिया स्कैमिंग टीम को परास्त।
बी अलर्ट, बी स्कैम सेफ।
You ready for the next adventure, pal?
There's another dimension. It's exactly the same as ours, but it's better.
This is your perfect world, huh?
With just 98 runs, they will keep that. England can go to second on the table. They've got a match against New Zealand. A win there, she can slide up to second. Right, Ayabonga Kaka